high school, but got signed up for one by another teacher and ultimately fell in love with it. From there, she did not set out to get into ag education, but the more she explored her options, the more it came back to ag education and hopes to be in the field for the long haul. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with your regional radio forecast. Clear skies today with a high of 70. Easterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies and quiet again tonight. Lows dip down to about 43. Highs level off around 72. Tomorrow, sunny skies and calm. Low 70s Sunday, upper 60s Monday. Hear weather twice an hour or online anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 48.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
For the latest in Central Illinois agricultural news, visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com. Get updated information on markets, weather, ag news, local interviews with NAFB farm broadcaster Jared White, and much, much more. All at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
You want to feel important.
You want to be part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong.
We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more.
When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it.
We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors.
From the lake shores of Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota.
The fertile fields of Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa to the wide open plains of North and South Dakota.
We are here for our hometowns.
And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Illinois Army National Guard. Aired by the Illinois Broadcasters Association and this station.
ServPro of Piatt DeWitt Counties is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW Clinton Maroon Player of the Game, announced at the end of every Maroon sports broadcast. Our WHOW announcing staff will select that night's WHOW ServPro of Piatt DeWitt Counties Clinton Maroon Player of the Game, whose play will be highlighted in each WHOW Maroon postgame broadcast, and that player receives a certificate. Remember ServPro of Piatt DeWitt Counties, the leader in cleaning, restoration, and construction. Find out their services by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in this segment of the morning show is Shelly Tolley with Piecemeal. Good morning, Shelly.
Hi, Seth. How are you?
I am great. Thanks for coming out and talking with us on I think it's nice outside. You can see the great view that I have of outside in here.
Yeah.
So is it sunny outside?
It is sunny. It's beautiful.
That's the worst thing. I have to ask my guests what the weather is. So
it's a nice full day.
Good. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Shelly, let's dive into, I thought I had heard encouraging news yesterday that congregate meals at the DeWitt County Friendship Center are returning next week. What's the update there?
Well, we're going to return, but we need volunteers to help. So we're going to hire a new site supervisor. The site supervisor took on the driving position.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a person that has time between like 9:30 and probably 1 o'clock, this is the job for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a paid position. You'd be the site coordinator. So you would be the one ordering the meals, temping the meals, getting them prepared to go out. And then you would also help organize activities. So play games with the seniors and just make them feel welcome, and then clean up the lunch when you're done.
Do you need drivers?
No, we have a driver.
Okay.
The former site supervisor took the driving position,
right,
because we couldn't find volunteers to run the routes.
Okay.
But we will need volunteers to come in and help the site coordinator, because usually what the site coordinator will do is sit down and eat lunch. So the volunteers can help start cleaning up the kitchen while she is eating, or she or he is eating lunch with the the clients.
Yeah. And that's what you want out of your coordinator, correct? Is to
Yes.
kind of interact with the seniors and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah. So it's really important that they build a relationship with the clients. Because as we talked before, and we'll talk later, is that one of the benefits of our program is social interaction. As seniors or as older Americans age, it is really important that we are stimulating them with conversations, with activities, so that they do not become lonely, do not become isolated. So it's really important that if they're still active and out and about, that they partake in something like this.
Sure. When it comes to just the position itself, as soon as you get that filled, does that mean piecemeal comes back to DeWitt County?
Give us like a week or two because we'll have to get her trained
Okay.
and get her everything going. But yes, we are so excited because we've been wanting to get this opened up for a while.
All right.
And this is one of the keys in DeWitt County that we want to do.
Yeah, well, we're starting to see a lot of kind of layoffs, with
Mhm.
bigger corporations and
Right.
such. So this would be a good way for somebody in maybe that position to,
Yeah.
step up into something.
Exactly. And I think what would be a perfect thing is like if you're a stay-at-home parent and these hours are perfect. You'll have about an hour or two after your kids go to school in the morning. You'll have an hour or two when your kids come home. And that's how I got into OSF. Well, Sarah Bush Lincoln at first, but piecemeal is that my daughter was 6 months old when I started, and she was taking her nap when I was at work. And so it's just worked out perfect for us. And
Yeah.
then, we want to hire from within. And so I moved up into this position, and if we see you've got skills, we'll definitely move you into a different position.
Yeah, for sure. So a little upward mobility there
That's right.
as well. Absolutely. And life changes could happen in that time.
Exactly.
So, Shelly, when it comes to just piecemeal returning to DeWitt County, it's been, 3-4 years now?
It was
it pre?
3.
Yeah.
It was no, it's just it started at COVID.
It started COVID.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've always had a presence. So we've never stopped our routes. Our routes have always been in DeWitt, but Weldon used to have a party once a month. We stopped doing that. And then we had like 1 or 2 people that would come to Farmer City's site. They stopped doing that. And then Clinton is our big site, and we stopped that. So we're also looking for a person in Weldon to do our parties again. So if you're in Weldon and just want to spend a couple hours a month with some seniors, it's a paid program. We would love to have you. And then we also are opening back up in the Santa Ana Township in Farmer City.
All right.
And that's already going because Patty's already there.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of people coming in and signing up at the Santa Ana Township.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. And that was a once a month program as well?
No, Farmer City's every day. So
Is it?
Farmer
Okay.
City is a little different. They have that restaurant program, the Farmer Cafe. So you can buy tickets at the Santa Ana Township Monday through Friday. Patty's there from like 9 to 12 o'clock. You can come in and buy tickets. They're $3.50 a ticket.
Okay.
Again, it's a donation though. So even with our tickets, if you can't afford them, you just let Patty know and pay whatever you can afford.
Okay.
But we sell them books of 5 and books of 10. So it's either $17.50 or $35 a booklet.
Okay.
And then you can eat at the Farmer Cafe, and you can choose breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Okay.
And they have a special menu for the piecemeal program.
Very good. So check that out. Now, you mentioned it's just a matter of folks signing up. How do they get signed up in Farmer City?
So you'll just go in and ask Patty to reserve a meal whatever day you want. You'll have to fill out
Go in at the Farmer Cafe?
No, at the Santa Ana Township.
Got it.
And she'll have you fill out a personal information form. And then all you do is call her the day before and say, hey, I'd like to eat with you today.
Sure. Very good. So that's when you get kind of back into DeWitt County with Weldon, Farmer City, and Clinton, do you feel like you're all the way back from COVID?
Yeah, definitely. Well, in DeWitt County. And in our other counties, like Rantoul, they're already up and running. Monticello's already up and running. So we're just needing people to come back. So when pre-COVID, Monticello was running between 7 and 10 a day, and now they're just running like 3 a day. But they're faithful 3.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're interested, please call and sign up. And I can give you that number. It's 309-665-5900 to get more information about your specific town
Okay.
and who to call. But we would love for you to come in and be part of our groups at the sites if you're still an active older adult. Lots of fun things are planned in those places.
Sure. I want to go back to the start of our conversation because folks on the show yesterday heard that there was a need, RSVP talking about the need for drivers. You
Mhm.
don't need drivers at this point.
We don't need drivers in Clinton.
Okay.
We need drivers in Farmer City.
Okay.
Very much.
Okay.
We always need drivers in Monticello.
Mhm.
But we have a paid driver in Rantoul. But yeah, definitely we need one in Farmer City.
Okay.
And we need them in Monticello.
All right. So a call for drivers in those locations, but again, not in Clinton. Good in Clinton.
Right.
All right. Very
but
good.
we do need a site supervisor.
Need a site supervisor in Clinton. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how the things are shuffling at the moment. When it comes to Shelly, again, our guest in studio, by the way, Shelly Tolley is with the piecemeal program through OSF. Getting back to the program in Clinton, not going to resume on Monday. We also heard that yesterday, so that's on pause.
That's
right
on
now.
pause. But as soon as we find a site supervisor, we'll be off and running.
All right, very good. So we look forward to that for sure. Need somebody to step up in that position. When it comes to just piecemeal in general, so basically DeWitt County is kind of exclusive to delivered meals at this point.
Sort of. So
Okay.
yes. In Farmer City, that's not true because they can go to the restaurant program and they can go in and eat at the Santa Ana Township.
Fair enough.
But as soon as we get that site supervisor, Clinton is back up and running.
Okay.
So right now in Clinton and in Weldon, it is just delivery routes.
Got it. Very good. Shelly, what else is going on within the program? What else do you want to talk about this morning?
So we are about ready to send out our emergency meals. So right now, everybody's loving fall weather, but fall weather is just around from winter is coming.
Yeah. Don't say the W word, Shelly.
That's right. I know everyone's like, winter or fall. I'm like, yeah, but fall brings winter. So in October, we are getting our emergency meals passed out.
Okay.
So each client that's home delivered will get a box of 7. There's a provisions for 7 meals. And so when we deliver those, we tell them these are to be saved. So if we close, we had to close a couple times last year due to bad weather. In Rantoul, we lost power. So we couldn't deliver that day. So it's just really important that they understand that those meals are for when we're closed, because we call people, like we close, we plan ahead. We tell them the day before, hey, it looks like bad weather's coming in. We may be closed tomorrow. We'll give you a call in the morning. So the next day we call and say, we're going to be closed. Make sure you use your emergency meal today. And they were like, we've already ate it. We were like,
oh no.
So, but yeah, those emergency meals are there so that if we close, they have something to eat.
Sure. Very good. So now you start passing those out. What you said, October?
We'll get them in October and they'll be out. And then we do it 3 times in the wintertime. So
okay.
October, and then we'll do it again in January, and then December, and then February.
Do you have to request those?
No, they come to them automatically.
Okay.
Some people don't want them, but we still go ahead and tell them to take them. And then they're not charged. That comes from the area agency.
Okay.
So on aging. So
and that just goes out to anyone in the program automatically.
Right. Automatically. Now, people that are in the congregate program, the sites, they're not given to them automatically, but we ask them, would you like a box? Because they're not homebound. So they have better access to food than our homebound clients do.
I see. Very good. So put that on the radar. That'll be coming. Will you give them a notice that, hey, these are coming your way X day or whatever?
We let the drivers know. So I don't know. We might need to do that. That's a good idea, Seth, is give them a heads up.
Yeah.
Hey, a box is coming your way.
Yeah. It's like, I didn't get anything from Amazon today. I didn't put it in an order anywhere else. So
that's right.
What's this box doing here? Yeah. So very good. When it comes to Shelly, anything else going on in the program you want to highlight this morning?
So yeah, we have some new frozen routes that are starting. So the last time I was here, I was talking about Cullum. Cullum has now transitioned from a frozen route to a real hot meal everyday route.
How did that happen?
So we got a lot of people signed up. So we got a lot of people signed up. So we made a new route. But so if you're in the Colum area, these are the towns we're now trying to pick up frozen people, and then you will then, if we get enough people, be developed into a hot route.
Okay.
That's Kayberry, Sonneman. Do I say that right?
Still don't know.
Kimpton and Piper City.
Mhm.
And then over in the Ford and Iroquois area, we're looking at Loda, Buckley, Gilman, and Onarga.
Onarga. Yeah.
So I just signed up a couple this week in Loda. So we're really trying to get these little communities, because the last time we talked about food deserts.
Uh-huh.
And these are our food deserts. So if you are in these areas and you're needing meals, please call 309-665-5900. We will be able to bring you frozen meals for the time being, but we're hoping by next year we'll have hot routes running through these Monday through Friday.
All right, very good. So keep that in mind if you're interested. Again, Shelly, anything else on the program we haven't touched on this morning?
I think you did it.
All right, very
Clinton
good.
is our main thing. If
Yeah.
you need a job, a part-time job,
Yes.
that's rewarding, this is the job for you.
Where do folks go to find out information, apply, all that good stuff?
So they can just go to the OSF website, which is just osfhealthcare.org.
Okay.
And then there's a tab in there for careers. Just click on the careers, search piecemeal, and there'll be positions. There's all kinds of positions open.
All right.
So if you're not in the Clinton area, but you're over one of our 7 counties, Ford, Iroquois, Livingston, McLean, DeWitt, Pite, and Champaign, there's jobs in almost every county.
All right, check it out. Very good. Shelly Tolley with Piecemeal, our guest in studio. More to come on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
December corn 672 up 2.5, March corn up 2 1/4, 678 1/4, May corn 679 3/4, up 2 1/4. November beans starting today 14.10, that's down 3/4. January beans down 1 1/4, 14.19 1/4. March beans 14.24, down 3/4. December wheat 901 up 4 3/4. March wheat up 5 1/2, 913 1/2. May wheat 919 3/4, up a nickel. October bean meal 411.50 up 240, and October bean oil 66.73, down 75 cents to start this Friday. Looking at the energy market, November crude oil 80.68. That's down 55 cents. Opening numbers on this Friday. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Baum Chevrolet Buick also has transportation options in Farmer City. This is Scott Baum. Baum Motor Company in Farmer City has been open since 2002. We have used cars and trucks, SUVs and crossovers to fit your transportation needs. We also have a convenient service option for maintenance and repairs, plus trailer sales and trailer rentals. Come see Chase Stevenson, Taylor Kennedy for sales, and Matt French for service. Baum Motor Company in Farmer City, right from the start.
Clinton Save-A-Lot owner Dave Jackson here with a supply chain update. While we're working as best we can to keep our shelves stocked with the items you need and want every day, we're experiencing never-before-seen interruptions in product availability and delivery, both through Save-A-Lot and our direct suppliers. In most cases, they can't run their production lines due to the lack of workers, plus a shortage of truck drivers. Despite all that, we're working to keep the meat, produce, and other products you buy in stock and on our shelves every day. Your Clinton Save-A-Lot appreciates your business, and we hope to see you soon.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio again, Shelly Tolley with OSF Piecemeal. Shelly, we talked about winter is coming, frozen meals, preparing for that. That also means a lot of other things, especially for seniors. And
Yes.
if they're homebound, they live alone. There's a lot of just kind of emotional and mental things that come into play in this season.
Yeah. Well, so we're heading into the holiday season. So if you are, active and young, that's probably the busiest time of year for you. And so, but it's probably one of the lonelier parts of the year for our older adults
Right.
because the days are getting shorter. It's getting darker. It's getting colder. I don't know about you. I don't know if arthritis has set in on you, but that's when you start feeling when the barometric pressure changes. That's
Yeah.
when, your joints start feeling it. So,
I don't know. Maybe I get sore in the knees and the fingers and all that stuff now. Maybe it is arthritis
yeah,
setting in.
yeah. So anyway, they are less active in the fall
Right.
and going into the winter. Because they are starting to hurt more, and when the weather gets bad, they don't want to get out of their houses because they don't. The last thing an as older adult wants to do is fall.
Right.
So they start leaving their house less. If they don't go, like we've talked about this before, your a lot of your identity is built into your job. And so when you retire, those first couple of years are fine. You're still connected with your friends. You're still connected with the people that you hung out with. But the longer you're out of your social network, the smaller your social network becomes. And so it's really important to keep our seniors, especially that are homebound, still connected to services, still connected to other people. So it's really important, especially in the lower social economic settings, that people are going in and checking on our clients. So I've said this a lot. Our drivers mean the world to our clients. They just think they are the bee's knees. Um, I'm the substitute driver, so I'm never like the popular kid, unless I run around a lot. And so one day I'd been running Muhammad a lot, and then I stopped running it. And so I'd made some really good connections with them, and I ran it again like maybe a month and a half later, and they're like, "Where have you been? We've missed you." And I'm like, "I'm sorry." So it's just real nice to make those connections. Like there's a lady in Muhammad. We love football. We both are football fans. And so every time I would deliver to her, I'd be like, "So who are you playing this weekend? What are you doing this weekend?"
Yeah.
So it's not, I think people think they have to have these long, drawn out conversations, but people just want to know that somebody cares about them. Like I had to do a wellness check on a lady the other day, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, someone noticed I wasn't home." She was fine. She was late to a doctor's appointment, like late from a doctor's appointment. And she was like, "I'm so glad that someone checked on me."
Yeah.
So just keeping connections is really important. But then, like, if you're out and about, we partner with all kinds of different places. Like here in Clinton, the Friendship Center. The Friendship Center, w- without us, has a ton of stuff going on. They have that pool. They have a really nice pool table. They have cards that they play. They play bingo every week. They have snacks. They have special activities. So that's one reason why we are partnered up with Friendship Center, because we don't do activities every day, but they do. So you come get a lunch from us, and then you get a fun activity to do with the Friendship Center.
Sure.
So it's just really important to help seniors stay sharp, and part of that is having communication with other people.
Sure. Very good. So now, with that said, Shelly, of course, you mentioned the drivers mean the world to the seniors that are, that stop by just once a day, for that interaction. Talk a little bit about, as the season goes along, why those are, so important, especially days getting shorter. I'm noticing, that put the kids to bed and it's dark out, whereas a month ago it was, still sunny outside. So the days are shorter. You mentioned the weather changes and what it does to us physically. How about the emotional and intellectual portions of that?
I don't know about you, but sunshine, it could be 20 below. If the sun is out, my spirit is happy. And so, you know, just think, if you were that person in that dark house day in and day out with no one talking to you, your spirits would just plummet. But our drivers bring them a little bit of socialization, sunshine, a smile, and they really get connected with them after a while. And our drivers get very connected to them. But so our drivers will say, "Hey, Shelly, I need you to check on so and so because they're not acting like themselves today." So my job is, I sign people up, but then I'm their advocate. So I will call and say, "Hey, your mom wasn't acting like herself today. You might want to go check on her," because we can only do so much. But we are their advocate. So we have one little lady in Champaign. her son and I probably talk once a week because she's starting to show signs of dementia.
Mhm.
So she's like, I'm out of dog food. And I'll call and I'll say, your mom thinks she's out of dog food. And he's like, no, we just took her dog food yesterday. She's fine. But,
Mhm,
it's important for them to have a voice and wear their voice.
Yeah, for sure. Shelly, I hate to do this to you. I've only got a minute left with you. Anything I missed today you want to put out there? If not, highlight one more time the job opening and it's being instrumental in getting piecemeal back up in DeWitt County.
Yeah, I think we covered everything. But yes, if you're interested, if you're a local from Clinton or the surrounding areas and you would like to have a rewarding job with older adults, then this is the job for you. It's easy. I don't mean it to be like it's an easy it's a very stress-free job.
Mhm.
Like you're just
And making a difference. And
you're basically paid to socialize and have lunch with people. So you can't beat that.
Not a bad little gig for sure.
So
Where do
if
folks
you're
go
interested, just call the office 309-665-5900 or go on to osfhealthcare.org and click on the careers tab.
Very good. Again, Shelly Tolley, OSF Piecemeal in studio with us. Network news on the way on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.